Jim, did you work with brands or did you work with agencies when you were raising money for FD?
Yeah, we did both, and I think what Amanda is talking about right now is really valuable. We also kind of learned along the way as well. I mean, we're still learning, but imagine this was 2004. This was now almost 21 plus years ago, right? And we were kind of learning as we go, and that is so valuable to understand, and for everybody kind of in the marketplace, and especially teams and drivers to understand. You know, Buckets of dollars and or budgets come in all forms,
Mhm.
and everyone is very different, and you always want to treat every potential sponsor, every potential partner very differently, understanding, their needs, understanding how they run their business even in terms of agencies, or do they do it in house? What type of budgets do they have? Is it a B2B relationship budget that has, because they're hosting dealers, they want to get their product in with a retailer or a wholesaler, and there's a B2B purpose and goal, or is it just about branding? How many times is their logo seen, or is it about some sort of representation and kind of mixed feeling about the word, but essentially influencers, but ambassadors and athletes and so forth that represents can talk about your product as an independent third party versus you're the one that's always kind of lecturing about what's good about your product, what do you have to buy, things like that. And so you're looking for another voice to do that, or is it about content? And then it's a media buy. So there's the you could get the funding that's needed for a program, for an event series, race team, whatever it is, in multiple ways. And I think oftentimes you kind of fall into like a little bit of tunnel vision of like this very linear path of, hey, all right, I'm just going to go to the marketing department or the whoever handles sponsorship, and that's all you're going for. But if you're able to offer a lot more, there are other pockets of budgets across a company, especially the bigger ones, that you could tap into if you know what you're walking into, if you know how to connect with them, and do a little bit of homework to say, all right, this brand is doing X campaign, and this is how I can connect with them. This is what I can offer them. Um, so yeah, so we've dealt with directly with marketing departments at a company. Been kind of pushed over to agencies that represent them, and in all facets of at the end of the day, right? We're just trying to raise sponsorship dollars, so we'll go approach and solicit anyone, everyone we possibly can.
That is a really interesting um, thing you said there about the influencers, because 21 years ago, there really wasn't an influencer per se, at least as we view them today. We had brand ambassadors, but the whole influencer term, whether you like it or not, it is something that has evolved more recently, but it represents somebody who can speak on behalf of a brand or a cause or a project or something that is an advocate of it. And with social media lately, and the past few years, younger people who have embraced it more are now more of the influencers, where a lot of the older drivers, I think, are the brand ambassadors.